Welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Yukon Suckit. So I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to this video. That really would help me out. So today we are taking a look at a deck referred to as Culling Reanimator. I found it over on the Aether Hub. And I've yet to even play it, but I thought, this has got a lot of interesting cards, and they seem to do a bunch of interesting things. So let's take a look at it, figure out what we're going to do, and see how that deck works. So at the low end, we have the Blood Fountain. Blood Fountain. Ugh. Let's see, we got, when it enters the battlefield, create a blood token. For 4, sacrifice Blood Fountain, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so this allows us to do a little bit of recursion. We got Shambling Ghast, who will create us some treasure tokens, probably. We got the Undead Butler. When it enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. Okay, so we are throwing things into the graveyard specifically. When it dies, I may exile it. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so we're starting to see a pattern here of trying to get stuff from the graveyard back to your hand. Mulch. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all land cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest of them into your graveyard. Okay, so we are throwing creatures and stuff into our graveyard again. And we got Old Rutstein. He is a legendary human peasant. Nothing suspicious about him. Let's see, and he's a 1/4, so he's got a big old butt. When he enters the battlefield or at the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. So we're throwing it into our graveyard. If a land was milled, create a treasure token. If a creature was milled, create an insect creature. If a non-creature, non-land card is milled this way, create a blood token. What do blood tokens do for us? Discard a card, sacrifice a sacrifice, draw a card. All right, so we are discarding stuff into the graveyard potentially. All right, we got Ebondeath Dracolich. So he's a flash 5/2 with flying, and he enters the battlefield tapped, so pretty much you want to play him for his flash, and that's somebody else's turn. When you cast Ebondeath from your graveyard, you may, if a creature not named Ebondeath died this turn. So if one of your creatures dies, then you can play him out of the graveyard. He can be reborn from there. Great. Okay, so that's something, he's good in a graveyard then. Culling Ritual allows you to destroy each non-land permanent with a mana value of 2 or less, and you get a bunch of mana for it. Okay, so we can play it at the right time. We could potentially get a bunch of mana. Of course, we have to pay 4 to put into it, so hopefully we can take out a lot of stuff because we need to get a lot more than 4 back out of it. Froghemoth. So this is something we want to do. He costs 5. Trample in haste. Great. He's a 4/4. And whenever he deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many target cards from their graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on Froghemoth for each creature card exiled this way. You gain 1 life for each non-creature card exiled this way. All right, got to keep up on him because he's pretty awesome. Sounds like he comes into play and just goes crazy. We've got the Diregraf Rebirth. And she, for 5, says costs 1 less for each creature that died this turn. So if we can make an arrangement to have a bunch of things die, we can return target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. Excellent. This is what we finally want to see. Is still, it'll only play us potentially 2 if we can kill 3 creatures for each creature that died. Not even our creatures. So this will help Culling Ritual then. If we can blow enough creatures away with that, yeah, we could definitely blow away a bunch of creatures, and then using the mana from this, cast this one, which will allow us to bring back Froghemoth, or I'm guessing we want us the Tarrasque here. We'll take a look at all these 3. We'll see what else we can potentially bring back here. Let's start at the top. Burning-Rune Demon, which says, when Burning-Rune Demon enters the battlefield, you may search your library for exactly 2 cards not named Burning-Rune Demon. They have different names. If you do, reveal those cards. An opponent chooses one of them. Put the chosen card into your hand and the other into your graveyard. then shuffle. So that means you got to pay for whatever it is that you're going to be doing, but you'll get back what you want. Hopefully you got the mana to pay whatever it is. I'm guessing it would be Froghemoth would be my guess. Lord of the Forsaken is flying and trample. He's a 6/6. Sacrifice another creature. Target player mills 3 cards. Would you really want to do that yourself potentially? Pay 1 life. Add a blank. Spend this mana only to cast a spell from your graveyard. Interesting. So I guess Ebondeath could come back using this guy's ability a little bit better. Maybe. All right, we'll see. 6/6 flying trample. That's always good. And lastly, we've got Tarrasque. Has haste and ward 10 as long as it was cast. So that's the problem, is that you got to actually cast this guy, and he's 6, 7, 8, 9. But more than likely, just getting him out, and he's not going to have a ward. But whenever he attacks, it fights target creature defending player controls, and he's a 10/10. So that should be fun, regardless of what happens. Ward would be great, but still, even without, hopefully he just won't get wiped out. We got 4 man lands, but a few dual lands, and some regular planes there. So that's what we're playing with. So it looks like fill your graveyard and then try to dig some people out. This is the card that's going to do it for you. All right, let's see what we can do. And we're playing against Fenon. Fenon. We've got 2 mana. And a whole lot of things that don't cost 2 mana. Let's mulligan. We got 3 this time. We got some low-end stuff. I'm going to keep it, and we're going to get rid of Froghemoth. One, we'll start off with the Shambling Ghast. Two, let's put out the Undead Butler. Let us to mill some stuff. Nothing particularly that great. Going for an attack. So nothing great in the graveyard so far, just more of what we already have. 3, we'll put out another Shambling Ghast. And our Alright. We're swinging for the moon. And he knows I'm looking at my graveyard. Oh, play for damage. Throw out a Shambling Ghast. I got 3 of them. Got the Ghast Sisters out there. She's a zombie. Okay, all attack. Go on in, ladies. Our mana's not doing so bad, really. Here's Big Butt. That guy's going to be a thorn in my side. Alright, we're on defense now, just because we can't make it through the Skullport Merchant. I can take out that Scorpion. I'll just take the damage, whatever. Decline. I didn't think so. Oh, look, it's an Undead Butler. How fantastic. Still, that Big Butt's going to get in our way. Hive of the Eye Tyrant only gets up to a 3. There's much better stuff in there, though. Let's Sacrifice. Bring back 2 cards. And we'll have to take another 3 point of damage to keep those guys around. No attacks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have any guys in here to return back? Nothing. Decline. Go on, Fenon. You could do it. Pass your turn. I mean, you got 2 cards in your hand. Lots of mana. Ah, there we go. So whatever I put out is going to get nuked now. But if I get Burning-Rune out, at least I'll be able to get some cool stuff in my hand there. Ooh, what do we got here? 1, 3. Okay, so all I can wipe out is that stupid bat. I can wipe out a ton of my stuff. Let's do this. Take the action. See, this is really going to get things going. Let's do Froghemoth. And let's do... If I do Tarrasque, he's going to be sitting there doing nothing, sucking on stuff for a while. Yeah, that guy. No attacks. Okay, you got to go after Burning-Rune Demon. There we go. But guess what? I got an Undead Butler that would like to bring him back. I'm going to have to start sucking up that stuff pretty soon. That's not good. Unfortunately, that Vampire Westgate region is going to do too much to me at this point. Who do I want back? Yeah, that Westgate region is going to get way too big. Hey, you should have sacrificed your regent. That would have been funny. No, that's not good. He's got everything he needs to be able to kill us. This game is over at this point. I'll play it out just so we can see what happens here, but... I mean, he's got the ability to kill anything I put out. Whatever. I'm going to sacrifice an online permanent. We'll get rid of that chick. View the battlefield that we got going on. Yeah, let's just be a jerk about it. Here we go. We're gonna start a cascade. Unfortunately, yeah, I can't take out the Westgate Regent in any way measurable. I'm just playing around right now. We got lots of mana, but he's got too many answers. Yeah, see, because so the deal here is he wants to attack. I could live through it unless he plays his card up here. There, that'll take care of whatever. He could have just won, but he decided not to for some reason. Tried to jerk around with us. Sacrificed on that permanent. That guy right there. We'll block. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Where does this go for the battlefield, huh? Let's see. Let's do Froghemoth. Alright. So he could totally block it. It's no big deal. I don't know why he just didn't do the Tegrid on it. Because nothing to him. We got him down to 7. Up to 4 cards. I could pull some life here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Still, it's not going to help me out with that Westgate Regent. I don't have anything flying. He's just showboating at this point. Okay, -1 to 7. This deck is actually way better than I thought. It still wasn't fun, mostly because I got my ass beat in that case, but still, we were closer. We're closer than I expected. And we're playing against EtherBurn. Really, EtherBurn, huh? That's a weird thing. To name yourself, my friend. Okay, 3 mana. Let's do it. I want to get rid of the Tarrasque. I don't think I'll be able to pay for that, but... black. There we go. I could have held on to it and just thrown it away. Lost a turn to putting cards down. Eye Tyrant. You're going to get smoked by the Culling Ritual, my friend. Old Rutstein. Rutstein. I was going to say Rutstein. Oh no! Okay. I was mostly just trying to see, yeah, if we could get him to get rid of another counter spell there. All right, got anything good over here? There's Old Rutstein, which I already have enough of. I need 9 for the Tarrasque. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm getting super close. We'll bring him back from the dead. Yeah, I could do it with that probably. I have enough for that. Yeah, we'll play the Tarrasque. Death Touch, huh? No blocks. Alright, let's hope he doesn't have a bunch of counter spells in his hand. Because we're in a Tarrasque at this turn. Otherwise. Alright, come on, pass it over. There we go. Let's just leave these dudes behind the block. No attacks. He's going to keep his Death Touch behind. Fights, yeah, that means it's going to die. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 mana. We'll be able to pay the rebirth from my from the graveyards. Guess who's still going to be able to fight, though? Ooh, that is such a good card for us. Do I want to do it now or just wait? I'll just wait. Oh, I see you can't attack. Is that the deal? That sucks. Okay, no attack. Culling Ritual. Yeah, I don't care, whatever. Oh, see, I should have done this earlier. Trample Haste, we'll get that guy out. Got another Forest. And we can play him on the next turn, on his turn. I don't have enough to kill it. Let's just block. How did I not get that out in time? Unfortunately, I have to be a jerk about it. Yep, that coma is controlling it too well. Well, this, whatever, here we go. Yeah, suck it, Jinkataxis. There we go. There's 15 points of damage. All right, so saying this game was close is kind of an overstatement, just because I did 15 points of damage in one turn. Yeah, Nakoma pinned us down. The Tarrasque would have been awesome. That sucks. We're playing against the Robot Devil. 2 mana. And that thing might get us someplace, so we'll try it. I'm playing against Mono Red, super aggro. I'm not sure we'll be able to play anything before we're dead. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got to get rid of one. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's bring him back from the graveyard. What do we got in here anyway? Old Rutstein, nothing good other than the Burning-Rune Demon. Burning-Rune Demon. So I could play him for 5 essentially, and I'm at 2 right now. Oof. Nice. This can actually do us something. That costs 2, that costs 2. We'll be able to wipe out his stuff here in a little bit. One more turn, I'll be able to take those 2 guys out. That's turn 4. Down to 6 life at this point. Alright, Culling Ritual, you gotta do what I need you to do. Alright, so I'm gonna have 4 out of the deal, which means Diregraf will bring back Burning-Rune. God, maybe I should have done the other guy. 2 different names. Who do we want? Tarrasque and Lord of the Forsaken. He's smart to give me Tarrasque. Yeah, okay, there you go. All right, so I got a 6/6 out. That is good. At least I'll be able to do a little bit of defense here. Let's green it up. Let's, gosh, can I stand it? I should have sent them both in and just use this. Well, I'm only going to gain so much from it. Life. Yeah, I was thinking I'd be able to get a lot more life out of the deal, but yeah, he just had creatures in there. So I need the Burning-Rune Demon to hold back on me for a second here. I have got 5, I'll have 6 mana, still not enough for a Diregraf Rebirth, but it will be enough for another Burning-Rune Demon. That's not cool. Yeah, you should attack, dude. There we go. Suck it, suckerfish, suck it. Okay, so this is Culling Reanimator, which I picked up once again from the Aether Hub. And we have played it. And I gotta say that it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool deck. So the real star of this is Diregraf Rebirth. This card is the engine that makes everything work. The reason why is because it brings the creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it costs less for every creature that died in the turn. And getting up to 5 mana is not hard, but it's also easy to have things die, at which point, and even on their side. And when that stuff happens, it makes it so much cheaper. At which point, then you're able to bring back Tarrasque, or you're bringing back the Burning-Rune Demon, Lord of the Forsaken. Because I got to tell you that 6/6 flying creatures are tough to deal with. And so, I mean, because those guys will take out angels. Angels are not, they can only do so much, and 6/6 flying is enough. Froghemoth is excellent. I mean, he's trample and haste, and sure, he's a 4/4, right? And so, he might die. If you get him out against enough stuff, or they're just not expecting it, then he bumps himself up quickly and or gives you some life gain. So this is a nice set of creatures for bringing back with Diregraf Rebirth. Culling Ritual, lovely. Even if you're killing your own stuff, I mean 100% would just wipe out Undead Butler and Shambling Ghast and Blood Fountain to use on my Culling Ritual. Absolutely. Screw those guys. That's what they're there for. Because then you're going to get your treasures. You're going to be able to pull back creatures from your graveyard to your hand. I would love that, because then I'd probably have what I need to play the Tarrasque. Ebondeath Dracolich. This guy is always so disappointing to me. I mean, he should be so awesome, but as a 5/2, he's made to die. But on the other hand, he's also made to be played from the graveyard. So, he's got his deal. Once he's in the graveyard, I kind of forget that he's there. Old Rutstein, this guy, he keeps throwing things in the graveyard and you get things from it. So he's perfect in this deck as far as this is going on. Oh, look at that eyeball. I didn't even notice that before. That is gross. So yeah, this is a nice deck. It plays well into its theme. And, it's not super competitive, but if you're looking to have fun and you don't mind losing, more times than not, this deck is going to be pretty fun. So I think you're looking at under 50% wins. But if you're looking to play and you're looking to cause some damage, I think that this deck kind of has it in it. It's because you're going to get out those 6/6 flyers. It's the Tarrasque that you're going to have that problem with, right? Are you really going to get that guy out at 9, right? So you're going to be bringing him out, and then when it attacks. So you got to get them to live through a round because you're probably not going to be getting them out with haste. But then you need them to be able to attack so that you can get them to fight something. And then you don't want to fight against Death Touch because that would suck. But yeah, I mean, he could be so awesome if he could just live for a little bit. But thing is, even if he doesn't, you're bringing him back from the graveyard anyway. You have lots of ways of bringing them back to your hand. One way to bring them back from the graveyard to the battlefield, but even then these have flashbacks. So you got 4 times of using them and then another 4 more times of using them, and they're not quite as expensive as they look because of that creature that died this turn effect. So altogether, I think this is a pretty fun deck, and for Golgari, it's great. And if you want to learn about graveyard recursion, this deck has got it in spades. So I think this is a great deck as an example of Golgari recursion, and I hope you loved it as much as I did. That's it for now. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time. Later.